Hello everyone, and welcome to this Tarot Pick a Card reading. This reading is about your chakras and the levels that your chakras are at. So each pile has 7 cards, one to represent each chakra. And I'm going to tell you, based on which pile you pick, which ones need a little more healing and which ones are maybe overactive or imbalanced in some way. So I have 3 piles, pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So just take a second to center yourself. You can pause the video. I'm just going to get right into it. So once you pick one, the description or the timestamps will be in the description below. And let's go. Okay, for those of you that chose pile number 1, let's get right into the reading. So you chose the red jasper stone, and that usually represents your root chakra or your base chakra. So that one and this is your root chakra card. I was going to say it most likely needs healing, and you got the healer here. So yeah, your root chakra needs a little help, but let's pull the rest. So by the way, I have not used this deck before. I just got this deck, so bear with me because I might need to read some. I haven't learned the cards yet. Okay. All right, I'm going to start by telling you a few of your chakras are out of balance here. The one I see mostly being in balance is your third eye chakra, which has to do with awareness, and well, it helps you with your creativity, but so does your sacral chakra. So this is your root, your sacral, your solar plexus, your heart chakra, your throat, your third eye, and your crown chakra. So there is some level of healing that your root chakra needs, but overall I feel as if it is a little stronger than many of the others. The cave, I'm going to read this one because I kind of get what the other ones are saying, but the cave I don't exactly get. I'm going to read it. I don't know if I'll read it out loud, but one second. Okay. I wasn't sure if this was meaning that you're... Okay, this makes total sense now. I was so confused. So the cave talks about there being a lot of power within something. So your sacral chakra is very balanced, along with your third eye chakra are very balanced, which means that creativity flows through you well. But there are some things that are not exactly imbalanced. This one can go, your throat chakra can go one or the other way. It's like here it even shows night and day. Oh, I wish you could see. Night and day. So at times, your voice is like a sword which pierces through people and pierces through to their inner selves. So sometimes that's a good thing and sometimes it's a bad thing, depending on how you use that sword, because it can be, very full of wisdom, full of knowledge, full of intelligence, full of just, what's the word? I can't think of the word, but for your throat chakra, it is medium balanced. So it's like there's times when it is, times when it isn't, and I think it's just a matter of controlling that chakra and more aligning it more. Now the desert for your solar plexus chakra. This one I do not believe is in balance. I believe this one is out of balance, but it is something that you want. I mean, like, see the desert. When you're in a desert, you need water. Looks like this person is reaching for something that they can't exactly attain. So I feel like you're trying the solar plexus has to do with things like confidence and self-assurance. So I feel like you're reaching and grasping for that confidence and self-assurance and power within yourself that you know is there. But I think that it's hard for you to reach that point. With the orphan, it's like the love is there. This is your heart chakra. The love is there within the chakra, but it's more isolated. Like you feel isolated in general with the world and with everyone in it. But the love does exist within the world. It's just a matter of choosing to see that or choosing to be isolated. So it's like self-inflicted isolation in some way or another. Maybe not totally self-inflicted, but there is a certain amount of it that is, you feel alone, but that isn't always how it is. There's an option to not feel alone, because there's always beings, people, all kinds of things around you giving you love and showering you with love. Maybe not in the physical realm, but definitely in the spiritual realm, there is a lot of love surrounding you. Now, I think the thing that really draws my attention out of this whole pile, this whole spread, is the fault line card for your crown chakra. So it feels like your chakras are working well and they're balanced. I'm going to see what this is for them. They're balanced for the most part. Like, it's nothing that bad. Of course, you should definitely do some meditation. So some things to help with your chakras. Like, I have these little candles here. You could use, clearly my base chakra. It's the most used candle. Burn this and meditate on it. You can focus on the flame, you can close your eyes, burning it. It's more of a mental thing. All different colors for the different chakras. So orange for the sacral. But let me see the fault line. Alright, it seems like what I feel like with this fault line card is that you're taking messages that aren't really divine. Like, the crown is your connection to the divine. And these messages that you're receiving are not, like, from anything. They're more from yourself that you are taking from the divine, if that makes sense. So, it's good to... I heard somewhere that you can't exactly meditate on the crown chakra. And it has a lot to do with your own discernment. So... working on discernment, meditating on discernment, but the chakra out of all of these that I'm feeling is the most damaged is the heart chakra, that I feel is broken down and isolated. And I recommend maybe, Reiki. Not everyone can afford Reiki, especially during a quarantine, but definitely crystals, green or pink crystals. Hold them, place them on your heart, wear them on a necklace, meditate with a candle. I don't have a green one, but just really feeling that love and letting yourself feel that love and not being afraid to feel that love because of the things that happened to you in the past. And I see a lot of your other chakras balancing out once you fix this heart chakra here. I think that is what causes the other ones to become more imbalanced, because, when you don't feel loved, it makes you feel less confident, which hinders this. And I feel like love, if it's on and off and not always consistent, it can, cause inconsistency with the way you express yourself and the way you feel about yourself, even in general. The root chakra definitely needs some healing, but not all that much. So overall, I would work on the heart chakra first of all. That's the main one. Look up, there's also yoga poses and things like that can help you with that. Reiki, like I said. The candles, the crystals. But a lot of it is just feeling grateful. The emotion of being grateful brings far more healing than meditation or any of these things would. And I know it's hard to feel grateful especially when sometimes it feels like you have nothing to be grateful for. You kind of maybe, it's just thinking about what you do have and not what you don't have, more or less. All right, I think that's all I got for you, pile number 1. Thank you for watching this reading. If you enjoyed, comment or subscribe or like, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Hello, my pile number 2s. So, for those of you who chose wow, I don't know what this is. Someone should tell me what this is in the comments, because it's like one of the only crystals I have that I don't have any idea what it is. It's like green, light green, like a weird olive kind of green. But it's green nonetheless. So your chakra that is in need of healing is the heart chakra. So let's just get the main one. Let's get right into this. So this is your root. It's funny how it says the heart. Your root chakra, your sacral, solar plexus chakra, heart chakra, throat chakra, third eye chakra, and the crown chakra. Okay. By the way, just to let everyone know, I just got these cards. These are very new cards to me, so bear with me here, because I may not be the best at reading them yet, but I figure the best thing to do is to just go for it. All right. So let's start with your root chakra. Seems balanced. With the heart is the center of all things. It's abundant and full of love and hope. And I feel as if your root chakra, which is in charge of your direct environment and your some of your habits that have to do with self-care. So that one I feel is in balance. Now, when we get to the sacral chakra, I feel like there's a lot of trauma within the sacral chakra energy. It's just this card, the underworld. It's just a jumble, a mess of just messiness. So I feel like it's definitely imbalanced. It's definitely not balanced. It feels like there's a lot of pain there, a lot of scarcity, but also fear. And so I recommend for this one, things you can do to help your chakras, meditating on like a candle, using a orange crystal. I actually don't have an orange crystal, I just noticed. But there are yoga poses, chakra poses that can help heal each individual chakra. So that could definitely help a lot. Just doing that really quick, 10 seconds every day will help get these chakras right in order. So don't worry about that. This also has to do with your creativity. So if you're feeling like your creativity is kind of stifled or messy or all over the place, or you can't really seem to access it, it's because of this chakra being out of balance. Now, the solar plexus chakra is definitely imbalanced. It's balanced. There is a lot of expression and confidence within yours. Like, it is very, very balanced with the lover here, because the love, like I said, within the heart, it's always abundant, it's always expressive and ready. Now we have the heart chakra, which is the dead end, which does not mean that this chakra is like a literal dead end. There's still love within there, but there's a hard time accessing that love or really expressing that love, or especially I would say accepting the love. You have a hard time when it comes to receiving and giving love. It doesn't mean that it's not there. The love is more than likely there. But be more open to expressing that love and feeling that love and receiving that love and communicating that love, because that's super important. Love is what makes the world go round. And don't be afraid to show that to people. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable. I feel like you have a hard time being vulnerable in general because it's difficult for you. All right, so with the throat chakra and the venom, there's even a little mouth here. I feel like that you have a hard time controlling your words, controlling your, not always, but sometimes. And sometimes the things that come out may not be of the most help to other people. Like, it could be sometimes nasty, and you definitely need to work on balancing that chakra, because the more nasty things we say, the more out of balance that it gets. And it really, this is a very influential chakra when you're communicating with others, and that'll help heal this heart chakra. So make sure you're saying things that are positive more often than negative to help heal this chakra and help heal this chakra. Now, this one is, I think, something super interesting to me. Your third eye chakra. This is super cool. It even has an eye on it. Isn't that cool? But this basically tells me that you are opening up. You are awakening to the reality of the world, the reality of the universe, the reality around you, seeing things for what they finally are, seeing things for what they truly are. And the thing about this time when you're awakening to the reality of life, the reality of your world, it's really hard. It is heart-wrenching. It is difficult. There is a lot that you have to go through, a lot that you have to let go, because once you see these things that are happening in your environment, it's hard to associate with those things anymore in the same way that you used to. So there's a lot of turmoil and pain that goes along with this, which I guess makes total sense with why your heart chakra is out of balance. I feel like you have been through a lot, pile number 2. You have been through a lot, especially I feel like relationship wise, because your main 2 chakras that are out of balance are your sacral and your heart. And those, I feel, are the main that have to do with your relationships romantically. And so you have some relationship healing to get through, but don't worry, because you will. And even if you're in a relationship now, you're still, that is definitely helping you to heal in some way. If it's not a healthy relationship, then it is most likely not. But now I'm going to read this one, because this is the only one I'm not exactly sure what the message is here. The Bardo. I don't know. I'm going to read this one because I don't know. But let's see what we got. Okay. Okay, so your crown chakra is experiencing a lot of communication with those who are not entirely positive. So it's a big mixture of positive and negative communication going through your crown chakra, which is where we communicate with the divine. So it is a balance of positive and negative energy making its way through there. One thing I would say to learn is discernment, in order to discern, okay, so if something makes you feel bad at all, ever, then it is not for you. If it makes you feel good, the idea of that makes you feel good, then it is a divine thought. If not, it may be from something negative, and don't let that scare you, because it's not scary. They can't do anything beyond maybe sending us thoughts into our brain, into our crown chakra, I guess. So don't worry about what negative things, if there's because there's not. There's just, this is just to let you know that to be discerning of these things that you may feel are divine thoughts, because especially at the beginning of an awakening, there's always that chance, because you're not aware yet of all of the things that go on within the spiritual world or in the spiritual realm. It's easier at the beginning for more negative things to make contact. And negative doesn't mean bad. It's just a different polarity of existence. So don't worry about this one, because again, with the half positive, half negative, it's mostly positive, I would say. So I really wouldn't worry about that one. So the ones that need healing the most, I would say the heart. The sacral is next, and then your throat. I would say the other ones are pretty good. This one is opening. An easy exercise that you can do for your third eye chakra is just crossing your eyes. I know that, like, parents probably said, like, oh, if you cross your eyes, they'll get stuck like that. They won't, but it is definitely a good exercise to help open your third eye. Don't do it like for a really, really long time, just like a minute or two, maybe at the most. And that'll help with opening your third eye. But you also don't want to go too much because you don't want it to be overactive. Okay, so that was your reading pile number 2. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like and comment, and I will see you later. Bye. Hello, for those of you who chose, I'm going to move this. For those of you who chose pile number 3 in this black tourmaline, the black tourmaline has a lot to do with healing the root, I'm pretty sure. So let's just get right into it. And just to warn you, these cards are new for me. I have never used these very often, so I've used them like twice. So if I am not the best at reading with these, it's because they're new, and I apologize. So your root chakra, we have the warrior. Your sacral chakra, we have the kiss. For your solar plexus, we have the threshold. For your heart chakra, we have the castle. I like how these are kind of matching the colors, like the green and the pink for the heart. Like, okay, sorry. And then for your throat, we have the stone. For your third eye, we have the tear. I like how it has an eye. The last one had an eye too. And for your crown, we have the Father. So the heart chakra is very strong here. I'm going to go in order though. But the heart chakra does not feel imbalanced. It does feel protected though. Like there is a guard up. That's what the castle is. The castle is protective, but the castle is also abundant and full. So your heart chakra seems balanced, which is awesome, honestly. So the warrior. With this, I'm getting it's kind of a struggle living life just in general. Like it seems like every day may be a battle. I feel like your root chakra is imbalanced, and that is the root of a lot of your issues. That's not funny. Okay, but healing that one will really help you. Let me really quick give a few ways to help your chakras. So one way is meditating on a candle of the color of the chakras. So the root is red. You could just Google which colors go to which if you don't know. And then there's stones. There are yoga poses that you can do. You can Google those too. There's some on YouTube. And there's all kinds of different exercises for healing your chakras. So the warrior. Yeah, it's just your root chakra is hurting. But the thing, your sacral chakra feels very balanced. And I would say maybe on the lower side of being balanced. So like it's balanced, but barely. The threshold, this speaks of you wanting so badly to heal this chakra. Like you're standing behind this line here, and this is the energy of the solar plexus chakra, your chakra of confidence. I feel like that there is something holding you back from stepping into that confidence and stepping into that power. So the root, the solar plexus are two that I see you need to work on so far. The stone is interesting because the stone, there's a lot of power within the things that you say. There's a lot of knowledge and a lot of piercing wisdom within it, but I feel like you are not totally expressing that at times. The thing that it probably goes hand in hand with the solar plexus chakra, with the confidence. There's a lot within here that's waiting to be expressed, but it's trapped within this little box. Look at this beautiful stone with all these different colors, and it's just in this little box. So your throat chakra definitely needs some healing. It needs some, there's some exercises to do that too. It's just moving your head back and forward. I just did it. But now the tear for your third eye chakra. I love that there's an eye on it actually. So a tear, crying, when we cry, we're releasing this energy, but we're also releasing tears. So metaphorically, I think that there's a lot that you need to release energetically in order for your third eye to be fully awakened. I feel like it is very close to that point. But there are some feelings that you need to shed. I mean, the two colors here are green and yellow, which are the heart and solar plexus chakra colors. So maybe some matters of the heart that need to be addressed or need to be thought about. Like, it is very guarded. Maybe it needs to be expressed emotionally, but maybe even vocally. There is some expression that needs to be done because at this point it is being withheld. And then we have the Father card, and I feel like that this is representative of your crown chakra. So at times your crown chakra is communicating with you beautifully, flawlessly. You're getting messages, you're receiving them, but at times it's barren and you can't hear properly due to most likely some of the chakras being out of balance. But at this current moment, what is out of balance is the root. I would say more than the root, probably the solar plexus and the throat chakra need to be worked on more. So yeah, I mean, that was your reading pile number 3. I really hope that helped in some way. And I hope you have a good rest of your day. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and goodbye.